My name is Julia Avila. I graduated with my undergraduate from UMKC in 2022, and I am now getting my master's in teaching this December, actually, from UMKC as well. Why I decided to become a teacher, I would say for the most part, it's what I went through. I had a pretty good mix of supporting teachers, and I had maybe a higher percentage of teachers that maybe weren't as supportive, or they at least didn't have my best interests at heart. And I'll always give this story of when I was in high school and I wanted to move up from normal English to AP English. I had to ask the head teacher, the head of the English department, and I was so nervous at the time that I was just focused on getting a yes. And so I went down, asked her. She was this older lady, shorter hair, and I said, hey, I'd like to move up to AP English next year. I really think, I have what it takes, and I love English, like I'm really good at it. And she goes, okay, you can move up, but when you get to my class, you won't get higher than a C. And at the time, I was like, yes, I can move up. Yes, that's what I'm so excited for. But then years later, as I'm going through these classes and reflecting on my time, I'm thinking, that was so wrong. That actually, if I would have paid attention to her words, it would have hurt me more than I would have ever imagined. And I'm surprised I didn't. But looking back at it now, it's still shocking that someone who's supposed to be teaching you would say you won't excel in this class, you won't succeed. And so for my reason to become a teacher is to believe in another student, to tell them you can move up or you can do this rather than just put them down. So I'm here to, give other students better experiences than what I went through. So physically, like my dream classroom, organized. I'm talking bins with papers where, whether that's, what we're doing today or like where to turn it in at. I've never been much of a color coordinated person when it comes to, giving others the same idea, but I think it would be nice to at least have that for, first period is blue, second period's yellow. And I'd imagine it's all pretty neat. I know sometimes you'll be a bit disorganized, but it'll look aesthetically pleasing. I've themed months. I might not be able to do it now, but in the future, that's what I'm going to do. As for the students that are going to be there, I know working in the city is going to be anybody. Going to be any background, any language, and I'm excited because I get to learn more about other people, other students, rather than what I would have done on my own. And it's going to be a warm and welcoming environment, whether that's telling my bad dad jokes or showing off my dog shirt. It's pink and white. It's real nice. I have to wear that next time. And just showing a lot of my personality so that way students also can feel that they can show their personality as well. I never want it to be a dark and gloomy classroom. It has to be the opposite. I want to be the classroom where you either look forward to it or something that you're okay with being in there because you are trying your best. Ooh. I think I'm looking forward to the most. It's probably different ways to get to know the students, but also the challenge of remembering names. I have a goal to remember names before the second week, just because I know different people. I'm meeting teachers, I'm meeting staff members, faculty. My big thing is remembering names. So I'm gonna try my best to find different ways to figure out, so-and-so likes butterflies. Nice. So-and-so likes the color blue. I do too. But also the games. I already have this note card activity that I'm gonna do day one. Yeah. I would say the LEC actually helped out a lot. Even with Susanna, when she was here, she played a major part in reaching out to me, you know, checking in, saying, oh, hey, where are you at with this? And it's one thing to have, you know, like academic advisors check in with you. It's one thing to have your parents check in with you, or your cousins or your siblings. But it's another thing when there's someone not related to you, someone not within the same area as you, saying, hey, how are you doing? Where are you at? And so these check-ins that LEC does, it means a lot, especially because I'll be going through, you know, moments of doubt, like, oh, is this really what I want to do? Even though it is, but being a first-year teacher and everything, it's, you know, hard to keep in mind the long-term goal when, you know, all these first-year orientations and all this is piling up, as well as letting us know, or at least letting me know, that there are people out there who need us, not us as teachers, but representation. I didn't have anyone that looked like me in high school teaching me. I actually don't think there was any minority teacher, other than maybe the person who was at the front desk. So it means a lot to know that what LEC is doing matters, and then they let us know that what we're doing matters too. So that's nice. Representation matters so much, just because you hear about all these great things people do, but when you look at these people, you often wonder, you know, why don't they look like me, or how come some of their attributes don't represent who I am, whether that's family values, background, or maybe even like a language barrier too. And it's important for kids, students, anyone to see that where someone is in their position, we could do that as well. I think it would have been nice if I had a teacher who looked like me, or maybe a teacher who valued, who had the same values. I went to a PWI for high school, and there were a lot of students, you know, that came from the same background, but there weren't any teachers that resembled us at all. So I think that's really important, just to make students feel, you know, welcome, but also to know that there's a space for them outside of the classroom and in the future as well. I think as a teacher, I look for a lot of, I know I'm an adult, but I look for a lot of other adults who maybe have the same goals, or the same aspirations for the community, or even just the future of the next generation. And I think by just letting, you know, teachers know, hey, we have this drive for you guys, or hey, we're holding this speaker, you should come over and see. And not just, you know, for Latinos, it'd be nice to also have other ethnicities and backgrounds as well, you know, come and speak, or even just for us to attend. I think it's also nice to know how we're supported. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to see that, oh, hey, you know, this organization's endorsing you, or these people are here for us. But it'd be nice to go out and meet, and as well as, you know, let us know if there's any volunteer options. You know, I have a lot of free time. I think it'd be nice to get involved as well with opportunities. So you'll probably hear a lot, oh, I would never teach, I'm never coming back to school. But don't completely let that cloud your mind, only because you may have attributes or leadership to be in, you know, in front of the classroom. Explore your options, of course, but, you know, always keep in mind you can teach other people to love what you love to do. That's what I'm doing. Hi, my name is Julia Avila, and I am proud to be a teacher.